Little birdie told me I need army advice.
Get information straight from the horse's mouth.
Little birdie told me I need army advice.
It's Just Ask Gigi with Gigi Stetler and Tom Alexander. Now here's Gigi and Tom.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Just Ask Gigi. This would be the social distancing edition, I guess you could say, Gigi. First and foremost, how are you?
I hope everybody is good. I know we are in two different locations, and our social distance is widespread at the moment. We have our executive producer and our producers all in separate quarantine locations and isolation. So, Tom, how are you? Because I know that you are one of our most vulnerable, and I want to make sure that you're safe. So,
well, yeah, I do have some underlying. Thank you for asking, and I do have some underlying things that I deal with. So I need to be a little extra careful, but I feel great, and we're doing fine here and working and doing the whole RV advisor thing. So that's cool, and if anything, this has all brought us, even though we're at a distance, it has all brought us a lot closer. And one of the things that we're doing is we're all learning about a lot of basic things we sort of take for granted, like washing your hands, right, Gigi?
Yes, and I thought I would make fun. We actually have turned part of the office into daycare because half our staff obviously have small children and they're all out of school.
Right.
So the staff that did come to work brought their kids. So I did this, fun thing with the kids this morning, and I was like, about washing your hands, the 20-second rule. So we started playing a game, and I thought, I'm going to share that today with our viewers because I think we could really have some fun with it since we're all going to go stir crazy in a bit. So the proper way to wash your hands, okay, the 20-second rule, and make a dance and put some music to it. Well, I don't have any music or anything, but I'm going to improvise. So this is my best way of washing hands. So you start like this, okay? And you do it like this, and you do it like this, then you do it like this, and 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 this, and that, and this, and that, and this, and all you can do, and everything you can do, but you got to get in, and you got to get in, and you got to get in, and then you got to go around, and around, and around, and around, round, round. That's it. So
that's it. Well, and that took about a good 20 seconds.
I want everyone to do their own hand washing dance and post it, okay? And may the best hand washing dance win, and we'll give you a prize. I don't know what the prize will be yet, but I'll give you a good prize, okay, for the best hand washing dance. Let's make some fun out of this because not a lot of laughing going on right now. So now let's get into some serious stuff. I'm going to sit down here.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's there we go.
Make sure I'm still on camera. I am not this Skype thing is not my not my forte. But we'll see.
We've been trying some special effects with the blurred background, which is kind of weird, but it's cool. Yeah. It doesn't, it's like we're in a different dimension or something. But
so weird for me. No cameras in front of me, so I'm kind of like lost without a camera.
Yeah, no, it's real different. It's real different. But this is a cool alternative for us to still continue to get the show out there in a very different way. I mean, it's funny because just as short as about a week to 10 days ago, we had an entirely different plan of what the new Gigi show is going to be. And then that changed dramatically. So here we are via Skype.
Yeah, but we're going to make the best out of every situation because you know why, Tom? Because we make lemonade out of lemons.
Absolutely. It's only solutions, right, Gigi?
Exactly.
Okay.
And not to make fun, but I want to lighten, this.
Yeah, we need humor. We need lightheartedness.
At times that we're having.
Absolutely. Listen, during war and during all depression, people needed an outlet. They needed either, movies or music or humor or read good books or whatever it is to sort of take them away from the day-to-day challenges and struggles. So that's what we're doing. We're providing that. But that said, we definitely have some important information to get out and stuff that we're trying to spearhead, you specifically, and the RVACA. So take it away.
So, I've always been in disaster relief. It's always been my forte with disaster relief, whether it's hurricane related or storm damage or any of those kind of things, because RVs have always been, a comfort zone. It's, a temporary living, so with this crazy virus that we're, in these unforeseen times, I believe that the only way that we're going to be able to get a handle on this and to break the curve is isolation and self-quarantine.
Yeah.
And so I'm putting, through the RVACA, which, as you know, this is our 501c not-for-profit organization that and we have a disaster relief fund along with our Lemon Law fund, but we have a disaster relief fund. So we have just set up a fund for disaster relief for RVs. So across the nation, we want to be able to deliver to every healthcare worker, public servant, we want to start there, or anybody that is in need of quarantine, self-quarantine, or isolation. And our own staff is going through that right now. My Neve, which is in charge of our social media marketing, her husband's a paramedic and he was exposed. So, of course, he comes home and now Neve, her, the kids, they're all in quarantine. Yeah. What should have happened is there should have been an RV outside their house, so her husband could have slept in the RV and stayed in quarantine in the RV and stayed isolated from the family. But now the whole family's quarantined. So this is a serious problem. And we've had so many calls over the last 5 days about this situation and wanting to have, an RV or rent an RV because of, somebody needs to be isolated, but they can't afford it. So it's a problem, and it's a nationwide problem. So we're out seeking government assistance funding for this program. And so what we need to do, we on twofold, please help, please donate, do whatever you can. And if you've got an RV that's sitting in your driveway that you're not using, offer that up. And this isn't a permanent solution. This is just a temporary, or, if I have someone in that neighborhood that could use your RV, you deliver it there, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever the quarantine situation is. Mm-hmm. And let's say if you have an RV and you're struggling, you're laid off of your job and you've got payments to make, perhaps I can get those payments made while that RV is helping somebody else, in your neighborhood that needs to be quarantined. So, but if you are in assistance and you need an RV and you need to be quarantined, you're a healthcare worker, we want to protect you. We need to protect these healthcare workers. So if you're in need of an RV, go to our page. We're going to have that page up and running by the end of the day today. Go to that page and apply for assistance. We want it to be free. We want it to be all paid for. We want private and public funding to help us to do that, but we want it to be free. This is what the RVACA is for. It is for anyone that it needs assistance, whether any type of disaster relief like Lemon Law Fund, but that's the purpose I created this, and it's all for nonprofit. We have our 501c, so it's important, and your donations will be tax deductible.
Right.
So even if you're giving the RV and whatever the value of a 2-week or a 3-week or a 4-week rental is, I will give you a tax certificate for that so that you could write that off on your taxes and help somebody. So let's all come together and try to make this work, because just the amount of calls that I got today, can only imagine how many other RV rental companies across the United States have had the same calls, but the people can't afford it. They don't even know if they're going to have a job.
That's true.
Let's get together and let's make this work. This is what the RV Advisor Consumer Association is all about. Let's get it to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And you hit it right on the head. I mean, for the first time in modern history, really, the whole world is dealing with the same thing. They're coming together. It doesn't matter where you live on the globe. Everybody. This is untouched, or I should say, no one is untouched. I should say it's all over the place. So we're all taking varying degrees of responsibility. People are doing what they can. Some people are going above and beyond, and they're doing everything. And I know there's right here in our community, there's a young lady that is very able-bodied and has offered her services to the elderly here in our community.
Yeah.
To get groceries and different things, and leaving the packages there for them. No direct contact, but
I think that's a super good idea.
All that kind of stuff. We're seeing it, and people, this really could be, as Winston Churchill once said, our finest hour. It really can. So it's pretty cool that everybody's coming together. And I've seen it's amazing because the staff here at RVA is pretty incredible. I mean, everybody's doing their thing, and like you said, kind of working remotely with the exception of a few people in the office, but everybody's doing their thing. And I've been in contact with like 3 or 4 different folks from the office today alone, just even before we started this. And we're going back and forth. Okay, you're going to do this. I'm doing this. We're doing that. And everybody's really trying to coordinate everything.
Yeah.
And this is going to be the new normal for us for a while. And hopefully, we beat down that curve that we all hear about sooner than later. But look, we're in this for a little bit, so we all need to come together. And man, I'll tell you, I can't tell you how cool it is to set something up like what you're doing with this.
And if you're looking for other ways to help, which good thing that you brought that up. But because there are some fortunate people that their companies are temporarily closed and they're salaried employees, so they're paid. So give back. If you're paid to stay home, go help the elderly, go shop for them, go do go find them some groceries. I'm not saying to pay for them, because it's not right now, it's not always about the money, it's about resources.
Right.
And the elderly is health, and people like vulnerable like yourself, you and your wife should not leave the house.
Right.
So because if your wife goes out and brings back to you, that's a problem. So you guys need to stay put. But people like yourself, we need outside people, people that have free time on their hands right now.
Right.
Go to the grocery stores. I actually went to the store yesterday. I haven't shopped yet, and I went to Publix yesterday, and I think that's the first time I really got an actual grasp on everything. It was empty.
Yeah.
Empty. Publix was empty.
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke with the toilet paper, because I guess our houses were stocked, and I didn't really see the need, and I thought people were joking about the toilet paper, and there were no paper goods on the shelves. There was no meat. There was no chicken. Nothing. I couldn't believe it. And because I've been working so many hours that I just, and I actually ordered my groceries through Instacart, and I was so excited. I just clicked off all these things, and my cart was full, and I spent $185. I said, oh, perfect. I got enough food for the week. And so we have the video doorbell thing. So the Publix driver comes to the house, the delivery guy, and my son pulls it up on his phone as he rings the bell. He's got one bag in his hand. one tiny Publix bag. So I'm thinking, maybe the rest of the bags are in the car. And he says,
right.
Well, the rest of your order is canceled. This is all you have.
This is all there is.
2 items out of my 32 items in the cart. 2 things.
2 things.
Two things. I can't even remember. I think they were the 2 most not necessary things. I think, I didn't get water.
Right.
I didn't get toilet paper towels.
Like rubber bands and toothpicks,
I don't even remember. It was so insignificant. I don't even remember what I got, but there was no bread. There was no chicken. Yeah. So I basically.
Well, we got out a few days ago, over the weekend, and just slightly before the weekend, when we heard about all this potential run on everything, and we got as much as we could. we stocked up, and we kind of all went in separate directions, my son and my wife and myself. And which was kind of, I think, sort of smart. We got some different things and brought as much back as we could. So I think we're okay for a while, but eventually, we're going to need to restock. And I mean, it's been a little crazy. And as far as me getting out, with the exception of my nightly walks around the block to stay somewhat to health.
Yes, you just stay healthy. That's
the thing. And I watch. I got my meds and I got my trying to eat the healthy foods and still walk. So I feel pretty good. But
Tom, I know you used to walk the stairs up and down here a couple of times a day here at RV Advisor. So because you worked upstairs. Yeah. I want to see you doing how many steps was that? I might have to get you the step bracelet.
Hey, I'll tell you. Yeah, no, I got stairs in the house here, and I walk every night. So we're sticking with it, and
that's important. A lot of people that are staying home, all of a sudden they eat more. They're binge watching, they're snacking, they're eating more, and we've got quarantine is one thing, but to take a walk around the block without people, without staying out of the crowd and stuff, walk around your yard. But you may need to invest. Amazon still has them, but those step meters that that measure your steps.
Yeah, no, I got them on my phone, so I when I take my phone with me and I put on the steps, so it's good. It's good, and folks, that are in either older folks. I'm not too old, but older folks and the people that have some health issues like I do, a few health issues to keep an eye on. It's important to try to stay in shape and exercise and eat right and do all the right things. And if you take meds, take your meds on time. Make sure you're stocked up. All that stuff. So that said, again, we should probably just remind folks again where they can go to get this information. Before we do that, we should let folks know as well, newsletters coming out, more stuff on the site, more videos. We're going to keep all this going to update people as much as we could. The podcast will continue, just as GiGi will continue, though in a slightly altered form, but we'll get with blurred backgrounds and everything. But anyway, one more time, GiGi, if you would tell the people where they can find out more about, with what the RVACA is doing.
The RVACA.org is our website, and we shall by the end of the day we should have the complete where you can apply and donate page. It'll be on our homepage, but it should be completed by the end of the day today. We want to be up and running. I would love to be able to help, the calls that we're getting in. And because this is nationwide, if you have an RV, in California or Iowa or anywhere else, I'm going to put another page up for donating an RV. And like I said, it's not a permanent thing. You would have to deliver it and then pick it back up. But I'm going to try to work out to where where it needs to be deployed. I'll be within 25 miles. I'll be seeking RVs, within 25 to 30 miles from where it needs to be deployed. So to try to keep the distance, the mileage distance and stuff like that. And like I said, whatever the daily rental rate, like even what I charge at my personal dealership, whatever the daily rate is what I would be allowed to give you that tax deduction on. So if, whether it be 2, 3 or 4 weeks. So, if you've got that RV that is sitting in the snow and stuff, just, it's got to be, basically I'll need pictures and stuff like that. So I'll have that page as a separate page to donate the RV. But for all the other purposes, you're going to be able to apply if you need one. And we're going to do it has to be free. And then, it's got to be free because we can't, we don't want people to have to, spend money to make money. It won't work and it won't keep that going, but it will, through donations, it will, number one, stimulate the economy, all the people that are, going to be renting their RVs or getting money for their RVs, that are, some people are renting private RVs. So we'll be able to, pay them so at least I can keep their payments going and things like that. So, so that's the purpose. So, So
Absolutely.
rbaca.org.
Yeah.
Please help and pass
Right.
it along. And we really need to get this thing going so we could get isolated, quarantined, so we could, break the curve.
100%. And on a much lighter note, at the top of the show, we saw you with your wash your hands dance, and you got to kind of do your thing. If you want to, send in your video of your best wash your hands dance, by all means send it in, and we will pick a winner, and the winner will get a prize, as Gigi
Yep.
said. And you can send it.
I just got a text on my phone that someone is willing to give a $500 gift card for the best, that they're going to donate that to the RVACA in game, to the best dance.
All right. I
Okay.
love it, man. That is awesome. So wash your hands often, dance even more, and and try to keep a great spirit.
I think you could do it on TikTok, right?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Absolutely. TikTok, I can't keep up with all the social media that's out there. I'm telling you, the white hair isn't just a cosmetic thing. It's sometimes I think it's definitely indicative of my increasing age.
Well, that's actually pretty funny, because if the hair salons close, everyone's going to know what color hair everyone really has.
I don't have to worry about that.
I do. I
Really?
definitely do. So.
Really? Your hair doesn't look like that all the time?
Actually, the only person that knows the real color of my hair is my hairdresser. So.
There you go. There you go.
So we may see everybody's hair color pretty soon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I've seen a lot of people ask about, are the hair salons going to close? So we'll
that's
see.
a problem.
Yeah.
I did see some video or some the new barbershop in China, where they have it on how we have the selfie sticks.
Oh yeah.
The scissors on the selfie stick,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Yeah.
on the selfie stick,
Right.
like with the big stick, and then they've got the blow dryer like this, and
Yeah.
and
Social haircut distance, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of basically what that.
On another very short note, I had an Uber ride on Saturday night. I went out to dinner, and so I opened the door of the Uber, and the guy's in a full mask. He's in a full mask with these glasses,
Goggles, yeah.
and the big breathing mask, whatever.
Right.
And I was terrified to get in the car, and I'm thinking, anyway, I had like this fear in me, and so it's like, oh no, I just want to keep my riders safe. I'm fine. I just want to keep everybody safe. And then we stop at the traffic light, and then he takes out this gun, like a blower, like a leaf blower thing. I don't know what it was, and it was like a disinfectant thing, and he's like going like this.
Oh man.
I was like, oh my god, it was bizarre. It was
Twilight Zone.
good thing that I had a glass of wine already, because I probably.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good. That's a good thing. And then maybe the stretch limo business will really improve. Everybody's sitting way in the back.
Social distance in the back of the car. Well, where RVs could be the next Ubers,
Very true. Very true.
And that's something actually that I have been thinking about, for something like this, where individuals that are wanting to, or that are, have these RVs, it's possible that, you could drive people around where they could sit in the back, and they're, further apart than a regular car. So. Yeah.
Well, listen, folks, thank you for your time. We really appreciate it. We will be back with more Just Ask Gigi next week, and we'll continue to keep churning out content, information, and all that good stuff right here on the RV Advisor. For Gigi Stetler, I am Tom Alexander. This is Just Ask Gigi. So long, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The most experienced RV traveler knows it's important to expect the unexpected. Trust the RV Advisor Roadside Assistance Plan, starting at just $99 per year. It's the industry's most affordable plan and offers the most value compared to competitors, covering RVs, towed vehicles, personal vehicles, horse trailers, bike trailers, and more. Visit thervadvisor.com or call 833-229-0911. The RV Advisor Roadside Assistance Plan. Don't hit the road without it.